Welcome to another episode of the Oakland Warriors podcast. I'm Patrick, and the Warriors bench beat the New Orleans Pelicans bench. That game was actually pretty entertaining. I was surprised, but I mean, I guess if you are a hardcore Warriors fan, you, like me, are really intrigued by the young guys, so you want to see what they can do out there given an extended run. This game, Steph didn't play, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, they didn't play. On the New Orleans side, Zion's out with a broken finger, and Lonzo and Brandon Ingram also didn't play. So, you know, it was like a glorified G League game, which was A-okay with me, I guess, especially since people were hitting shots. First off, when Jordan Poole went down with that perceived bad ankle injury, I was like, oh man, you know, like he's actually one dude that they do need on the court to make any noise, to actually have any kind of chance to really get anywhere in the postseason, even just to get to a game 5, game 6. They need him because they're just thin off the bench in terms of consistent scoring. And he proved what he could do because he scored 38 points. It was a career high. Props to him. But also, like, that kind of injury is why you sit your stars in a game that is 100% meaningless in the standings. But these guys all had an opportunity to show what they can do. And for the most part, they kind of showed who they are right now. You know, like, it's good to get a status update on national television on some of these guys who haven't been playing too much. What you kind of see out there is, for one, Michael Mulder also had a pretty good game. He shot 7 for 13. He had 28 points. Once again, proving that he can hit shots when it doesn't really matter. Good for him. Hopefully he can start hitting shots at end of games in crunch time when it really, really, really is important for him to hit shots. So all good. Eric Paschall came back and he was fine. He shot 4 of 5, 12 points, 4 boards. The thing I really enjoyed was seeing him, Jordan Bell, and Alen Smailagić on the floor all at once. I was like, whoa. If you told me that would have happened like a month ago, well, first off, I would have been like, holy crap, we got Jordan Bell back. You know, that right then and there, and the fact that they won a game where those 3 dudes were on the court at the same time, having never played together, and also playing pretty much all the same position, except Smailagić can stand outside a little bit more, or at least he thinks he can. You know, Jordan Bell, for all the jokes, I'm totally pulling for that guy, you know, like I'm sure most Warriors fans are. The way he left was so kind of just like, oh man, that sucks. You know, the immaturity, the candles, all that stuff. It seems like he's learned and he's just trying to stick in the league. The prodigal son, you want to see him succeed. You know what I mean? He's hit the G League. So that's him taking the fall, and you want to see his narrative rise back up a little bit. Who knows? He missed a dunk, a wide open dunk from right underneath the basket. That's something we saw his first stint with the Warriors. Like, for all of his athleticism, there were times where he just couldn't get lift without taking like this running start. You know what I mean? All good. Smailagić, again, he shows no fear. I don't know if he'll be back next year, but I've enjoyed watching him play. He is somebody who is just still trying to understand the flow of a game. He seems a step slow still just because of pure athleticism, but the dude tries hard and he has confidence. He'll jack up shots. He hit a 3. He had a nice left-handed layup. Is that the last time we see Alen Smailagić in a Warriors uniform? I know there's a bunch of y'all out there who are like, God, I hope yes, but we shall see. Nico Mannion, I still have prime real estate on Nico Mannion Island because that dude just knows how to play point. He had a couple nice behind the back passes, simple passes, and he usually makes the right decision. One thing though, it's like, man, he gets obliterated on screens. Either no one's calling them out for him or he's just not hearing them, but whatever it is, like, he's got to get some awareness or somebody's got to help him out with that for some reason, because he just keeps getting like, you just see his head like thrown back all the time. Kid's going to get hurt. Also, who he is right now is a guy that can hit shots, but he's not consistent. I didn't realize he was 3 for 12. I didn't realize he had tossed up that many shots or that he had missed that many. So again, like next season, expecting some two-way, some G League thing with him. So I still have faith in the kid. But yeah, it was a good send-off. It's good to see these guys get on the court on a nationally televised game and play hard and play well and win. Oh, and I also have to quickly say, you probably saw that Juan Toscano-Anderson clip online of him signing his contract finally and talking to his mom on his phone and getting emotional and stuff like that. And man, man, that guy's awesome. Love that dude. Love that dude's story. And him on the court, he just looks like he belongs. He's worked really hard to get there. It's clear, it's obvious, and I think he's the perfect dude for this team. I've said it before. A lot of people have said it at this point, and he's going to be with this team for a while. You can just see it, right? Because he can do, and he's willing to do all those little things. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the playoffs, in the play-in at least, and just having his moment. But this play-in game is going to be interesting, right? Because they still have the Grizzlies coming up on Sunday. And as well as the Warriors been playing, I guess the Grizzlies have too. Because all of a sudden, been kind of feeling that the Warriors are in the 8th spot. And they can play and that they have a chance to win one game and get into the playoffs. But all it takes is one slip up. And then they're playing the Spurs and they have to win 2 games. This Grizzlies game is going to be really, really interesting on Sunday because Steph didn't play in the 2 back-to-back games that they had earlier in the season. He had busted his tailbone right before that, and Jaren Jackson Jr. hadn't either. So who knows? Who knows? I do think the Warriors will probably pull this one out, being at home with a little bit of a crowd, with a slightly deeper bench, more bodies that they could throw at Valanciunas. I mean, you could throw Jordan Bell at him now a little bit. You could put Gary Payton II, who I think should be available this game, hopefully. If not, my bad. But he's somebody that you could put on Ja Morant if you needed to, just to slow him down for spot minutes here and there. And I also think the Warriors' experience with Draymond, Steph, and Looney is going to, that's the key here, right? The playoff championship experience they have of playing in big games. That's an early game, 12:30 tip-off, so I will catch y'all there. One more game left in this crazy, weird-ass season. Anyway, that's another episode of the Oakland Warriors podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Patrick Epino or at Oakland Warriors. Check us out at oaklandwarriors.com, and be sure to tell your fellow Warrior fan friends to subscribe and listen. The Oakland Warriors podcast is produced by National Film Society. That's it. Music in this episode provided by Paper Sun. Special thanks to Paul Amardo for production support. See you next time, and go Dubs.